What's up, everybody? What do we have sitting here in my shop? It is a box that got delivered to my porch today while I was at work. What could be inside? Let's find out. Well. What do we have here? It comes a little piece of wood there, a little plywood on the bottom. Interesting. Oh, look at this, even a drive wheel, which we'll have to see. If you haven't figured it out yet, this is a 2x72 grinder frame with wheels already installed, aluminum wheels. And it's supposed to have a rest too, but I don't see the rest. That's kind of, it better be one of those other boxes. We got our drive wheel here. Alright, which I don't know how I'm going to get this onto my treadmill motor, but I'll get that figured out eventually here. Put this in a safe place for now. But, oh, it looks pretty good. Here we go with the frame itself. Wheels and all. I do not see. Wait, hold on. Hold on, we're not done yet. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. The table rest. And the mounting plate for the motor, which I don't know if I'll use that or not, we'll have to see. And a note from the manufacturer, which is Diktator grinder. This is the Mini Diktator, and I don't know, I'm looking forward to, I have some installation instructions here. I may use that, I may not, we'll have to see. It's actually done up pretty good in plastic right here. Alright, I like it. I like it. You know, they didn't use a cheap piece of garbage wood either. I mean, this was, that's a pretty nice piece of plywood they used. Not like the cheap stuff from China, relatively thick. Heck, I might even use that for a base for that. We'll have to see. I might want to go thicker though. So full disclosure here, I've never even used a 2x72 grinder before, but the build on this seems pretty good. I expected to have to bolt this all together myself. And it's already all put together, everything seems tight. You know, the wheels seem to be what I would expect to feel. And new wheels with fresh bearings. The arm here is just really nice and smooth. And I like it. I mean, that seems like a nice block of aluminum they use for that. For me to build this would have taken quite a while. And I don't think what I would have built would have been this nice without a lot of labor. Shipped to me, taxes, everything, this was just over $500. So far, I'm pretty impressed, to be honest with you. The price per value by the looks of it. But the true test will be when I finally get the motor mounted and give it a run with some belts. Okay, so this will either be a sneak peek or a part of my video on my 2x72 grinder. But the electronics are set up. I know what I'm doing. I've got it figured out which motor I'm using. I've got everything mounted. I just have to build a box to house the electronics and shorten up the wires, but this is where I'm at. Control box is way over here. There's the slider because this wire is way too long. But anyway, let's go about halfway. Oh yeah. And here she is, all set up, and if I do say so myself, looking pretty good. All right. So I even utilized the particle board that they had in the box to make this control box. I used a bit of a thicker piece of plywood to mount everything on, so it would give it a little more rigidity. So here we go for the layout. This is a 2.5 horse motor that I got loose from a used treadmill. This is not a treadmill I took apart. It only came with the motor and the wires, all right? The other treadmill that I did take apart, I got for $25 on Craigslist, came with this motor, which was gonna be too complicated to try to get set up because this one does not have set screws and things to remove this pulley. I had to do a bunch of wire rearranging and removal and jumpering to get everything to work, but here is the internals of this guy. So we've got an MC60 control board and a transformer that came off the treadmill I did take apart. And I did a lot of playing around to figure out what was gonna work and what was redundant and what was not. And this slider works pretty well from the original treadmill I took apart. Now with all that said, I'm not gonna give you all the details on how I wired this thing up. There's lots of videos on YouTube talking about how to utilize the MC60 controller, and I'm sure they will direct you a lot better than I can. But anyway, let's show you a test run. The great thing about using this slider from the original treadmill is you can go really slow. Barely crawling. Or you can infinitely variable, go to any speed you'd like. Okay, so anyway, seems to be working pretty good. I'm a little nervous, that's a used motor. I have no idea how much time that motor spent in a treadmill, but the guy that gave it to me already had it out for whatever reason. Not sure why, but it seems to work. All right, so anyway, that's the new grinder, and hopefully this is gonna really increase my efficiency at the worst part of knife making for me, which is grinding. I'm not a stock removal guy. I don't like grinding. I really kind of hate it. I just want it to be over when I'm grinding. I don't like all the stuff in the air. Just not my most pleasant part. So anyhow, I'll check you guys later. Thanks for watching.